Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, hits me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co-host, the Little Diva. Welcome one, welcome all to the longest running Monday podcast around. That's right, that's right. We may not be much, but I tell you what, we consistent. We gonna be up in that thing. We gonna be all up in your face, all up in your place. That's right. Every Monday, guaranteed. You can see us right chin up on this thing. So welcome, 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 little Diva. Good Lord, you know what?
What's up?
I forgot to bring my fan because you know I'm fighting, and I want y'all to know I'm fighting. I don't.
Tony said you gonna give up as soon as you get hot.
I don't get. I got a fan. I got one of them fans I put right.
I told her you had a fan. She said you gonna get hot enough.
No, I won't. I'm from the country, Tony. Hey, let me tell you what I told some folks last night. Let me tell y'all, I'm country. This is how country I am. If it get too hot, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I go and submit to them electrical folks, you know what I will do? I'll go get me a foot tub and a bag of ice and some water, and I'll be sitting up here with some shorts on, with my feet in that foot tub with that ice and my fan blowing. Let me tell y'all something. My granny, boy, look here. They used to sit out with fans, so it get hot as it want to. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I am at this point right now. I'm on this thing, y'all. And we ain't got no. I know. Look, and she should be on it too, because she should be on it with her internet service. I'd be revolting against them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all, everybody's so worried about so many things. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna be up here long because I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Hey, Miss Judy, we ain't gonna be on long. Well, we could be on long if we want to. I'm gonna cut the lights out. We just be up in here in the dark because
Well, let me cut you off for one quick second. I'll give a disclaimer. Hey guys, Julie, for the words of encouragement and support. This I want to get.
See, you should be mad at them folks. I don't know why you're trying to disclaim right now. See that's Comcast. See that, but I ain't got Comcast. See, I'd be mad at I'd be talking about Comcast. I'd be talking about Comcast about as much as I'm talking about the light company. Let me tell y'all something. Since she done went off right now. Boy, let me tell you, if y'all ever looked at your electric bill, let me ask you something. See, I'm come from the country, okay? Well, Lord, she done went backwards. I'm from the country. This is why we ain't got no conversation tonight. We ain't got no story. We ain't got no nothing. Old country boy gonna vent a little bit. I'm from the country, y'all. And when I say I'm from the country, back in the day, see you back, I'd be mad at them folks. Back in the day, I told my co-host this. Back in the day, you could walk outside and you could see your light meter, okay? We used to have that big old same thing. You see your light meter and used to have that wheel that spin, okay? And you could actually see the numbers on there and you could see how much electricity you was using. You could go back in the house and be like, oh, that thing's spinning fast. And you could start cutting stuff off and that wheel would slow down. See, they done went digitized now. Let me tell y'all, I went outside the other day. I kid you not. I went outside to look at that meter because I'm going like, boy, I know for sure they done set me up where, because they always see this thing, here are your statistics for the week. Here's what your average is. I think their average lie. That's me personally. I think their average lie. That's just me. Because ain't no way. I went out there and I looked at that meter and that thing was jumping over here and jumping over there. It didn't have nothing that I could read. Now, why as a consumer can't be able to read I can read my water meter. So why am I unable to read my electric meter? And let me tell you this, and I'm going to get back. I'm going to be done venting. Let me ask you this. What is what they call that thing, co-host, a delivery charge? Is that what it is?
The delivery charge is what you were talking about.
Look at him. First and foremost, they charge you for your electricity, okay? Here's what you have to pay the electric company for your electricity. Then they charge you a delivery charge to get it. Can I come pick my own electricity up? I tell you, you get it to the house. I will find out a way to wire it, but I can't do that. They won't let me do it. They have to have a delivery charge. Boy, I tell you, boy, if and
did you ask them, could you come get your own electricity?
Good, they won't talk to me no more. And look, then here today, just a minute ago, let me tell you about this. Just a minute ago, okay? Got a message on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
It said, "Congratulations, you have been selected for a free update." What if I don't want it? But here was the thing. They put it in the middle of the screen where you can't even wipe it off. So you ain't got no choice but to hit the button to accept it. Boy, what if I don't want it? I done asked for no update. I ain't asked for no update, no upgrade, no up nothing. If I want it, I know how to get it. But now, what I'm gonna find me, boy, if I can find me do they still do landlines? I'm gonna get me a landline.
They still have landlines.
I'm gonna get me a landline. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a landline. I'm gonna get me a landline and a dial-up computer. I want to hear that sound that it used to do when you used to dial up. I'm gonna get one of them. I'm going back old school. This right here, boy, I tell you, it's just insane out here. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm done with the electric company. When I saw that thing and it said delivery charge, and I told my co-host it was just like this. So if I go to the gas station and I pay $20 for some gas, but then I got to pay an extra $20 to use the pump because that's what delivers the gas to my car. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, but anyway, I'm done. Hey, co-host, I'm sorry.
I want to say something. If I can, I'm using my old camera because it's something. I think it's something with that camera. That's why first I'm gonna say again, thank you, Miss Julie. Secondly, yes, if I pop off, it's something going on with my internet. I don't know what it is. Xfinity told me everything is fine. They check. Well, let me tell you about Xfinity first of all. You used to have to push different buttons to get to a person. Well, now you cannot even get to a person. They didn't shut it down. I don't want to talk to the people.
Wait a minute, but did they? Hey, let me ask you a question.
Huh?
Did they decrease your bill since they ain't got nobody working and it's automated?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
You know, that's all over the place. You know, my friend Kiki used to always say he wish he could knock the person in the head who even thought about all this automated stuff on the telephone before he got out of his mouth. So he could have just knocked the idea right on up out of his mouth. But my point is, I think some of these kind of big companies, talk to us in a long time, but you gotta have a way for us to talk to you sometime. Because you checked my thing, it's still not right. How do I get in touch with you, Mr. Xfinity? Because I need to tell you that I have a podcast 3 days a week, and I can't do it because my stuff keeps shutting down, doing crazy stuff. What you want me to do?
They don't care.
But anyway, I'm gonna get off of that kick too. But I'm gonna be the rope. What I said I was gonna do, I was gonna go with the program. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm gonna go with the program and let them send me that chat thing. You know, I want to see the link to the chat thing, and I'm gonna type to the chat person. I don't want to talk to you via chat. I want to talk to you on the phone because you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You know, you're talking to AI, right?
I don't care.
I'm just saying.
AI go tell Xfinity what I'm saying. Tell Xfinity, Comcast, whoever they want to be this week. Speaking of which, I got somebody said today, D.L. Hughley, the comedian, he's so silly. I don't think he's a funny stand-up, but he's funny as hell just when he's just talking, right? And he was talking about, somebody was asking about Petey today. He said, well, I ain't never liked the dude. Well, have you met him? Nope. Just the vibe just was, I don't want to meet him. And he said, I think every time he did something, he changed his name. With all that, no, that wasn't me. That was four hours back when I was Puff.
Yeah.
Now,
oh, Lord. Oh
That
my goodness.
was really funny to me today. And then the other funny thing is this lady named Angela Rye. Y'all look Angela Rye up. She's amazing. Love her. My daughters hit me to her the last maybe 2 presidential elections before, back when Obama was running. But anyway, I love her. She's a young Black woman. And she be getting them, she be checking. I love to see people get checked. And when they get checked by a very intelligent person. But anyway, she asked this lady that's running for she's gonna be one of the, is she a write-in? She's a Green Party person. And I tell Jason Sparks this because you know he told us that day he was gonna vote for the Green Party. I think that's what he said. Or did he say write-in? One of them. So I tell him. So she asked the woman who was running for the Green Party today how many people were in the House of Representatives. She was 150 members off.
Wow. Wow.
And what's funny, what she did do very well is what you would say about all politicians. And it didn't work. If you're smart, it didn't work. She tried to just slide it. Oh yeah, you know, I was just I see it, a number that was close. You was 150 numbers off. But people who are stupid or dumb or crazy, they wouldn't have caught. Girl, because the way she twisted it, it was like, oh, she was just a few numbers off. No, you was 150 numbers off, and you're trying to run the country. No. Anyway, off of that, I said those were the 2 funny things that happened to me today. And I was like, okay, that definitely made my day. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm pretty good. I'm tired. I done worked this whole weekend. I done church this weekend. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I was geared up. I was back at work early this morning. Shoot, now I'm burnt down now. I just got out of a meeting. Then I got out of the meeting. Then I called executive producer. So it's, you know what? I ain't got no complaints. I really don't. Yeah, I ain't got no complaints. Complaints.
You know, my sister and I, I would say more after Monday, but I'm gonna just say this little part right here. After Monday at 12 noon, I won't be shackled. But I'm gonna say this: we worked on. We did what ended up being the hardest thing in the world to do, besides our dad passing away. We worked on the program and the obituary. And I want to thank my mom so much. My mom was such a big help because I realized I had to call her. I think I told you I gotta wait for my mom to get out of church. So I was telling somebody I had to wait for my mom to get out of church because I don't know some of these things, and she probably knows, and she did. She was really great about filling in those gaps that I didn't know about. Right. You know, my daddy leaving high school and going to the military. I knew he went to the military, didn't really know when. And then, you know, she mentioned to us that he had a collapsed lung when he was in the military. I never knew that. But she was able to fill in gaps when he graduated, when he his first job and stuff like that. So we got it done. But you know, we had people sending us pictures. We had pictures, you know, spelling out his life in one page because he's done so much. We said today, I think I was thinking it, my sister was thinking it, but we actually said it today. We both said it that because we had some petty corrections. And me and my sister were both saying, I don't think they realize how hard that was. We were honored to do it. We were so honored to do it. But it was hard.
Right.
To keep, you know, every picture come through, you see your dad. Every picture come through, then you have to, you know, it was tough, but we did it. And my sister did most of the work, I will admit, and she did a beautiful job. And once the funeral and the burial is over, I will show y'all because it's something that she could definitely do for others because she did an amazing job. I'm a word person. I can give you the words, but all that, you know, I don't like do flyers no more, but she did an amazing job. But I think people just in general, because even with her other work, her t-shirts and things like that, you know, people complain sometimes about the price or they want it like this, you know, that kind of stuff, and not realizing, one, You can go somewhere and get it just like that. But is
Right.
it going to be perfect? Is it going to be correct? Is it going to be, did the person spend time, love, and care to make sure that you had the most perfect, what they consider the most perfect thing, right? And so anyway, point being, I think it was underestimated what the work that it would take to do the program, and not the work, the mental work it took
Yes.
to do it. Like when we first, I heard her on the phone saying, "Lord, look at my daddy," and then I'm looking at pictures saying, like, then you're crying because you got to stop and you got to cry for a minute. Then it's just crazy. I do want to give a huge thank to everybody. Yes, but on Sundays I haven't been in a month, but I went last Thursday, but I haven't been on my Sunday nights to do swing out dancing. I go on Sundays to do swing out dancing. If y'all don't know, because that's really the only time we get to swing out. But I went last night to do. I did voter registration on Saturday night and Sunday night. But when and let me say that it went very well. Most people had registered, yes, but people were very interested when I told them that people had been removed from
Right.
the registry. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't care how many times you can voted, how many times you can register, you still need to check. My mom works the polls every single election. I'm talking local, national, every election she works the polls. She votes every year because she's there. So she votes. They had suspended her saying she hadn't voted in several years.
Oh wow.
So you gotta check it no matter, because people can't, oh no, I'm good because I got my card. Don't mean nothing. If they trying to keep you from voting, they still can take you off. And I'm talking about check now, but check again later. Check by October the 7th is the last day you have to re-register and change address and stuff like that anyway. And that's what that's Monday. So I'm telling y'all, please check. I'm gonna be somewhere. I don't know where yet, getting people to get registered or whatever again. I may go back to Chicago. I'm not sure. I may just no, my daddy's funeral is Friday. So anyway, back to what I was gonna say. Big shout out to, I'm gonna say, my family. I don't know if I want to say my family. The people that I hang out with, that I guess is my Chicago Bar and Grill family. I will say that now. The owner came to me last night and asked, respectfully, he said they want to do a love offering for you. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? I said, I'm sure. And his thing is, everybody don't want to be, some people feel like, oh, they think I don't have no money or other like that. I said, sure, no problem. Because in my mind, I thought, had I just been there and they were doing it for somebody else and my dad had died and they didn't do anything, I would have been I would have been in my feelings. So I wasn't gonna sit there and lie and say, no, please. But I respect him so much. And I told him that for asking me so that I could be prepared for that. But anyway, it was a young lady in front of me, my friend Terry Smith's husband, Tyrone is his name, but she calls him Ty. But he's been sick for a very long time, like all kinds of different things, diabetes, heart disease, like everything you could think of. Well, finally, he had to have his leg amputated last week. And it's tough. She's going to be on the cruise, but it's tough. She's been at night at the hospital. He's in rehab now, but she's been spending the night at hospitals. Like, it's a mental thing. And I say that about my stepmom as well. I know it was mentally stressful for her as well to, with my dad being sick, having to go back and forth to the hospital, even though we asked to help. But going back and forth to the hospital, being there, just making sure. And then my dad knew the time. And why I don't know why anybody thought he had dementia, but he knew the time. He was like, "What time is it?" You say 1 o'clock. Oh, Anita should be rolling up in a minute. He knew, But anyway, point being, she loves time. But anyway, so they brought her up, sat her in a chair, and they spoke about what she's been dealing with. And people came up, the people that we deal with every Sunday came up and gave money. Then they called me up and they mentioned that my dad had passed away and they wanted to show me some love. And they showed me some good love. They showed me some good hugs and words, but they also gave me some good cash love. So I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Like, if I want to do something, some of it for my daddy. I mean, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But I want to say thank you to all those people that were there. And actually, it was kind of slow light last night, and it was still good. And it just really in this where I'm at. And I know I have people. I know I have you. I know I have my sister. I know I have my mom. My mom has been amazing through this process. And she's not really I don't think she's a sentimental person, but because she usually kind of like me. She think about her, it's all about her. She has not done that. She has not shown me that.
Right.
She asked me to give her a party on the cruise for her anniversary. She did ask me that last night. I was like,
All right, Mama J, I'm with you.
who gonna give me something?
I'm with you, Mama J.
But anyway, it's I did my ugly cry, and I don't think any of them up there have ever seen me vulnerable.
Right.
I'm sure there are some people probably staring like, is that Trina? You know, or maybe they saw a softer side to me because they think some people think I'm whatever they think I am. And I think they might have saw, but I was so grateful. It felt really good to, because in this place, like I mentioned, that I know I have you, my sister, my mom, people at work have been great, texting me stuff, but you still feel alone sometimes.
Most definitely.
You feel really alone, and like that made me feel like, wow, I come here every Sunday and people don't always know what's going on in your life. And now that they do, they stepped up.
Right.
I'm talking the patrons. I'm not just talking about the owner. I'm not talking about the manager. They stepped up, and not just the money. It was the love that I felt from people hugging me, saying it's going to be okay. We're going to pray. And I was leaving out to go home. And a man, I don't know who this man is, never seen him before in my life, but he tapped me and said, "What is your name?" I said, "It's Trina." He said, "I'm going to put your name in prayer at my church." I think he said blessings. He said it was something about prayer. He just gave me some very spiritual words. I don't know who this man was. Because I was crying. So I was crying. Like I tell you, it always feels good to get it out, even though I'm tired of crying. But I don't know, do I feel bad? Because let's just say people call you and say, they text you and say, well, I don't mind. I'm saying it's not going to get any better. And some people say it's gonna always hurt, but it will be better. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know it comes in waves, things like that. But what I don't like, and I know people mean no harm, because I hear people tell people this all the time. He's in a better place. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it right now. I don't want to be ungrateful. But it's like,
I've heard it said that that's one of the worst things that you could ever say to somebody who's going through something at the moment they're going through it, because that is the last dadgum thing I want to hear, or you want to hear. Somebody want to hear, how you gonna tell me while I'm at my you gonna but I think that just comes from people not knowing what to say.
Yeah. And at least they say something,
Well, I mean, sometimes you say that's something you keep to yourself. That's something you could have just kept that one.
Something like, he used to have a little quote he used to say about keeping it to yourself.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it is, but he used to say this quote all the time about keep. That's something you could have kept to yourself.
Yeah, we're gonna return that one to sender. We're gonna send that on back to you. You can have that back. Thank you very much, but you can have that.
How are you? I hope all is well.
But no, you know what? I get what you're saying. You just made me have a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom passed away, I was working.
I didn't realize why I'm dark. I don't have my ring light in here.
When my mom passed away, I was working at my job. My job I was working at. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Had been there for some years. I and I've been on jobs before, and it's jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you that I was working at auto parts, I was working at a place by the name of Crow Burlingame, Bumper to Bumper in Arcadia, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you that my manager came, when I tell
Mhm.
you that my district manager came, when I tell you that my region manager came.
Wow.
Um, when people that you don't expect, because it wasn't that I expected them, it does something to you. When I say does something, for me, it reinforces you know, when I live in this world that I live in, uh,
Mm-hmm.
that I do believe that there's so much good in the world.
It is.
Sometimes we things cloud us. Don't get me wrong. Things will cloud us.
Mhm.
Reliant. Um, but the reality is that there are good people. There are people that care. There are people that when you're going through something, maybe they don't know what to say, but they show up. Um, I understand that so much, and as you're going through yours and the things that you're seeing the other side of people,
Yeah.
and for me, it's God's way of saying, is breathing on us, letting us know that um he's still he's still in the healing business. He's still in the comforting business. um and I'm gonna let you have it, but I'm gonna just say these words. I said them before. God's not coming down off his throne, but he will send comforters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep.
And when he sends those people that come up to us and maybe give us a hug or give us a word of encouragement, or giving us just a tap on our shoulder, or giving us, I'm here for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's God has poured into somebody to pour into us. And that's grace. And I'm again, it changed my whole perspective of so many things and so many people in this world. Um, yeah, there's some ugliness in this world, but
But
there's
it,
good.
it it makes and with it being so much ugliness, when someone does something that's good, it
Mhm.
makes it so much bigger. I
Yes.
think I told you about the story when I used to just go on my lives, and when something would happen, I went to this church. I was going to a church called I can't think of what it was. It was in the Woodlands, and I went there that day, and I missed communion, and I was laid off. But for some reason that day, I really wanted to take communion. I went there for communion. I like wanted communion for whatever the reason was, and they were done. And I was like, dang, I missed communion. So I'm walking back and forth. And I still to this day don't understand why that day I wanted to take communion. And anyway, I walked around looking at the fruit, and I asked one person, they was like, oh no, we're communion's done. So I stepped outside this room outside or something like that. It was a guy sitting there, and he looked, he had the deacon look on him. And I said, hi, how are you? I said, I missed communion, but I really would like to take communion today. And he said, okay, hold on a second. And he looked like he was going to talk to different people. That man came back. He went and got one of them the cups with the little cracker thing in it. He took me in a corner. He didn't know me from Adam. This was a church I was visiting. Like, I ain't know nobody.
Right.
Uh, well, actually, I don't go nowhere. And I don't run to somebody I know, but I did run to somebody I know. But that's a whole nother issue. Sorry. But he took me in a little corner. And I expected him just to give me my thing and go on. What? He took me in the corner and went through the whole thing. The whole thing. And we broke the bread, we drank the drink. And he said, okay, you good now? I said, yes. I immediately, I was so full of, my gosh, there are still good people in the world. This
Yeah.
man was ready to go home. I'm sure he'd been to church at whatever time that I was late for. He stopped. He asked other people, but he saw, either he saw that how important it was to me, or he knew let me stop, because she's asking for communion. And this is a church. This is what we do.
Yes.
So let me stop everything and go get this girl her stuff and let me go through the story with her. Because he didn't know if I knew the story.
Right.
You know, because he could have just, hey, girl, here go your little stuff going on, right? It was just so wonderful. And I went home because back then I used to do a lot of commentaries or different things by myself. And I went home and did, you can find it on my chat with Trina now, on my YouTube page, that I went home and just talked about this story and talked about how it just, and I think at the time people were just disappointing me and stuff. And when that happened, I said, oh my God, there are still good people in this world.
Yep. It's true.
And sometimes you need to be reassured of that. You just need to see it a little bit, that people are still good. Because somebody else I've had so many, I've been the last week or so, I've really been watching TikTok. I used to watch a little and go sit down, but it's all I got right now to make me laugh or whatever it's gonna do. Now I ain't gonna lie, I posted on somebody's. Look here, I wish y'all would quit doing videos about PD until y'all say something new. Because y'all all saying the same damn story. No, we know. Say something new. Just wait till there's something new.
Oh Lord.
Like every single story and it was a little black girl acting like she got something new going on. So I'm listening because I'm thinking, okay, it's something new. She said the same thing that I've been here for the last 2 weeks. Ma'am. And I just sent in the comments. Can y'all please stop doing videos until y'all have something new to say? We heard that already.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I will have so much more to say. After
let me say this, and from my openly, honestly, transparent on this wonderful platform right here, is that I commend you. I openly say I commend you for being able to come here and share with us. God's grace, girl. Let me tell you something. Because where you are, there are other people that are dealing and don't know how to deal or don't know where to go or don't have anybody to talk to. There are other people that have going through loss and going through things and may not have anybody to turn to, anybody to talk to, or trying to navigate on how they should feel. And I will tell y'all this, and this is just mine. You ain't got to take my opinion. And I told my co-host the same thing. It's just feel.
It's just what?
It's just feel.
Oh.
It's not how to feel.
Wow, I'm doing that. All right.
It's just feel. I will share this with you, and I shared it with you privately. You know me, my big mouth ain't nothing I won't share that. I won't share here. Is that years ago, I lost a good friend of mine. A good friend. It was a traumatic experience for me. So traumatic that I blocked it out, and to this very day, and that was in 86, 87. To this very day, I could not tell you one thing about the service. And the thing that hurts the most is that I didn't allow myself to feel. So I couldn't tell you what that moment was like. I can't tell you anything about it. It's important to just feel how you feel. If one day you feel like screaming, scream. If one day you feel like crying, cry. If one day you feel like laughing, then laugh. But the most important thing to do is to feel. The most unfortunate thing you can do is to block it out.
Yeah. I would never do that, especially when it comes to my parents. I don't think that's a thing. I mean, I know some people probably do that, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even try. I'm not a person who Now maybe out in the world, I probably don't do as much sensitivity stuff, but as far as my family, I get very passionate about things. And I mean, I look at TV and cry. So I mean, I can't I don't know if y'all ever saw the show. What was it called? What Divorce Court? I probably it's a show though. It's Divorce Court. What show always? Oh, Undercover Boss.
Mm.
Child, I used to be crying so hard for them people. I couldn't stop the tears.
No, you didn't. Oh Lord.
Be hard down crying because
This girl done said she cried on Undercover Boss.
because they would give them something at the end and make them so happy. They would give people things that they deserve. You know, they would give them opportunities to have their own business and to have money, and because you hear, so many people work hard at these fast food restaurants, and then you see this person come in and undercover, see them doing the right thing. Somebody sees you doing the right thing, and they reward you by helping you either finish college. You don't have a car, they may be giving you a car, or they give you the money to have your own franchise. Oh, country boy, I would be boo-hooing. Boo-hoo-hoo-hooing. But
Lord.
And then Steve Harvey, I'm bring Steve Harvey back. Steve Harvey had a judge show. He was a judge on a show recently. And at the end, he would do his little thing. And then whatever it was, sometimes he would give people some money. You know what? I'm going to go on and give you. I ain't going to make you owe him and you wrong. But I ain't going to make you pay that $5,000. I want y'all to be friends again. I'm going to give you the $5,000. Here I go just to cry. So I'm a cry baby. People just don't know because I be at home crying.
Oh,
Yeah, that's no crying, just crying and whining and going on. But undercover boss used to really get me. But I was gonna say something else. But those of you who don't know, so the funeral is Friday, y'all. The viewing is 9:30. Funeral is at 10. My daddy is a veteran, and so he will be buried. Won't be buried till Monday because of that. But the funny thing, people say surreal all the time. They surreal. Oh, that was surreal. Oh, this was surreal. Oh, that was surreal. When I look at a picture of my daddy, I feel it's surreal. It's surreal. Like he really, like this little dude here. I am never gonna see him. I mean, I'm gonna see him again. In
the bye.
Here on this earth. I'm never going to see his earthly body again. I mean, funeral. I'm never going to see he's like, he got him. And it's so unreal, surreal, all of those things.
Yep.
It's just weird. I will say, I guess I might say I'm proud of myself to a certain extent for some of the things that I did. And then I felt two ways. I think I said this to you yesterday that when my dad, that last day, and I felt like he was just holding on to hold on, because they had told us a week before that it was 24 to 40 hours, and my daddy held on 7 days longer. But I said, Daddy, and I think I was laying on him at that time. I had my head laying on his legs, and I was saying, then I got up and I said, Daddy, we all gonna be sad. We gonna miss you, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna all be okay. Kayla's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. And he got to talk. I called my daughter because he was always worried about my daughter that moved. Because he was gonna ask that question. How's Kayla doing? Have she got her test results from the bar and that stuff? So I called her. I thought she was just gonna talk to him. And she asked to be put on FaceTime, which is not her thing. And she actually said, can you put him on FaceTime for me? So she got to talk to him, say she was okay in North Carolina. Things were going good. So the selfish part of me is like, do I feel good about saying that so he can go on? Because I want him here. But I know that's the selfish part of it. You know what I mean? That's the selfish part of it because and you mentioned that this is because it's a different person. I mean, my grandmother had a different place in my life. But my grandmother passed. No, you don't be jumping for joy that your grandmother passed. It's not like that. But my grandmother was a hellraiser. She moved around. She did her own thing. I think I told you she called herself leaving my papa and moving her own apartment. She's still going there, cook dinner every day. But I hated seeing her in that bed watching TV every day because that was not what she did. She
Right.
didn't do that. She talked smack. She went out to eat. She worked. She did everything. She was an entrepreneur. She was a part of the organization. She moved around. Could nobody stop her? So to see her laying in that bed, if I saw my papa laying in the bed watching TV, it would be like, okay, that's him, because that's what he do. My grandmother wasn't her, so I was relieved when she passed.
Right.
Did I cry? I don't think I cried that night. Was I sad? Yes, sad, but not sad, because I knew it would be better for her, because I know that's miserable for her. With my dad, I feel the same way to a certain extent, but it's just different because it was my daddy.
Right.
Yeah, it's just different. It's a feeling that I can't describe to people. And even hearing before this happened, to hear other people all these years talk about that feeling, you would never understand until it happens to you.
There you go. That's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
and
something
everybody takes it
different. Yes. It is so true. It is something you can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. There's no words that can say I feel like this or this is how because there's nothing really to explain losing a parent.
Except my cousin Dwight called me about a month ago, and he was giving me this, I say lecture, but he was really just calling to give me, I guess, advice. I don't know. But what he said to me, he said a lot of things, but what stood out to that in that conversation as he was talking to me, because he called me out the blue. I was like, what do you want? But he called and he said all these, but then he talked about, this is how things are supposed to happen. This is the order it's supposed to happen. Parents should not bury their children. Children should bury their parents. Think about how your dad would have felt had you gone before him, what it would have done to him. Because it's hard. It's hard for us to lose them, but it's hard for a parent to lose a child. And he said, and the thing about you got some time. Almost what you said. You got some time. You got time to talk. He said, when my mom passed, remember, nothing was wrong with my mom. She went to the hospital. We didn't know what was going on. Apparently, she had a stroke or heart attack, but she was getting better. They were all sitting around the bed at the hospital. She was eating, and her hands just dropped. She had a heart attack sitting right there. She was talking like everything was going to be fine. And she had another heart attack. And he said, so I didn't get a chance to say things that I wanted to get to say. I didn't get to tell my mom about, like, it happened without me being able to say anything to my mom. Do I know she loved me? And I know she know I love her. But it's just, I didn't get to say those things that I wanted to say, things I may have wanted to explain. You've got to take that opportunity to do that. You've got to do it. You have some time. And I took what you said. I took what he said. Like I said, even that Sunday that we weren't invited to the birthday party, I took that Monday, that Sunday, and said, volunteered. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll watch him while y'all go to dinner that we weren't invited to. But I was glad I did it. I was fine, and I had no thoughts about anything else. Like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep it, because I got there at 4, and then they told me no, we didn't meet at 4, we met 4:30. So I went back at 4:30, and I enjoyed myself. Talked to him a little bit. Dietrich came over, and we turned him over and everything, and he was good. I mean, a few little things happened, but nothing major. So when Monday came, it was like, I felt that I had done the things that I needed to do. I asked every single question, and I couldn't be, when people were saying no to this, no to that, you can't do this, that ain't what's going on, this is what's going on, and don't ask for a second opinion, I don't want that. You know what I said? I had to say that. I think I shared this with you. All I could do was what I could do.
That's it.
asked every single question, every doubt that I had. I even remember I wrote to the doctor, the primary care physician, who never responded back. I did everything. And so that was what I wanted. When I reached out to that doctor, I said to myself, now you've done everything that you can do.
Right.
Every single thing that you need. So I won't have any questions about anything because I didn't have the control. I didn't have the control to do things. The control was out of my hands. But what I did do is I brought it up.
And you did what you could do. And that's and I tell you, and I've been through it on both sides and thinking, you know, I didn't have an opportunity with my dad because, you know, I was so young when my dad passed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget the moments with my stepdad. You know, the thing that weighed on me so long with my stepdad is, you know, I was young and I was out and I was running the streets and I was doing my thing. And, you know, I will never forget the last time I had an opportunity to see my stepdad who was stricken with cancer, sitting on the porch at my mama's house. He was sitting out there on that porch, sitting in that swing. And I was in such a hurry to go do my thing that I didn't take 2 minutes to sit in that porch and just have a 2-minute conversation. And that weighed on me. It weighed on me years and years and years. But I also did take the time. It may not have been a lot, but I did with my mom. I took the opportunity when she was there, and even though, you know, in her last days, she didn't know me from Adam, but I was there. I would hold her hand. I would rub her. I would say, girl, you know, I love you. You know, when what you said about your cousin is when people say, hey, well, you got the opportunity to do it. You know what I say to them? You had the opportunity too. You just didn't take it.
And that's not true with him. He's a
no.
guy.
I'm just saying.
He took his opportunity because he was always with his mom. But
no, I'm just saying, like with people in general, when they say I didn't have, because you held something in that you didn't take. Those we don't know. We know not the time nor the hour. Is what I'm getting at. We don't know.
But I just want to be clear. I want to make sure that because I don't want to sound like that. Every day he did.
No, and I get that.
There's always one thing that I think is different. My grandmother, just like what you said, my grandmother, not my mom's mom, but my dad's mom, my paternal grandmother, when she died, I was very young. My beauty shop, she lived in South Park, beauty shop down the street. I went to see my grandmother had liver cancer, and I went to see her, and my grandmama always wore a wig. I do not think that was her hair. I think she always had a wig on. But anyway, well, this day I saw her with this much hair, and it was gray. And all my life I had not seen her with gray. Her hair was brown. But anyway, long story short, when I saw it, and she was little, and I was young, I was in my 20s. It freaked me out, country boy. I went that one time, and I never back. And my beauty shop was here. Her house was 3-4 streets down, right? It was Belford, was the beauty shop. She lived on South Acres.
Wow.
Nowhere, right? So in that case, for me, for years, I held that guilt. And you know who relieved me of that? My daddy. He said, Trina, you gotta let it go because your grandma B knew that you loved her.
Right. And
she wouldn't want you to be having this feeling with you all the time. But my point to that on what you were saying was, then I would say, I had the time to tell her something. But my cousin, and I know this is not what you mean, but it's how it sounded. I want to make sure I'm not sounding like that. He was with his mom all the time. So he probably told her everything, but just having the private time too, because he had some things going like that he felt like there were other things we just talked about. I talk to my daddy all the time too, but like you told me, go have these last minute conversations. And that's all he was saying was exactly what you said. Take this time with your daddy. Ask him stuff. Tell him stuff. Now, my daddy wasn't into talking about death, dying, because I asked him some years ago. He talked about he said, y'all wait on me to die. That wasn't it. But so with him, I did take your advice. I did, and it put some fire in me to say. I mean, you even talked about going over every Tuesday, so some are every Wednesday, every day, so he would know this is the day training coming. You know, we didn't finish that off good, but I just went
Right.
what I could. But on those Thursdays when they needed someone to come on Thursdays, I had said I wasn't gonna be able to do it unless somebody couldn't do it. But I started doing it because I enjoyed that hour of spending time with him on my lunch break. And it ended up being an hour and a half or so, but it was my lunch hour, and I cherish those moments now. I cherish all those
Right.
moments that I was sitting there, and I laid there and went to bed. How comfortable I was. I laid there and went to bed. And he had to call me Trina. Go ahead.
And I want to share this, and you know, your dad was a true Cowboy fan, because let me tell y'all.
I remember that.
Let me tell y'all. Old country boy gave him the opportunity. You know, ain't never gonna miss an opportunity. I gave him the opportunity.
You sure did. And he said, clear as day. I don't want to be no Saints fan.
Hey, wait, but you know, it was. And look, I'm gonna laugh because, you know, hey, Miss Lanita, you might have thought he was a Texan fan, but he was in that room for them Cowboys behind the scenes. Just so you know.
That part. He y'all country boy had it. He came to meet my dad, and he had a But you also met my dad at Tony's 50th birthday party. I don't know if you got to meet him, but he came in there with his Saints hat on, and so my dad was saying, tell me to turn on the TV on the game. Got to the Cowboys, and country boy said, I'm gonna have to turn you into a Saints fan. See my hat? And Daddy turned over and looked at him and was like, I don't want to be no Saints. That was so funny. Yeah. But anyway, the clock on the wall say it's getting close. But I do again want to thank so many people have been so nice to me. But the display of love the Chicago Bar and Grill Sunday night people gave me was great. Because I think sometimes I'm gonna just say this. People always tease me, or I don't know if they teasing or just being mean because I move around. My kids grown. I go to work I don't ask nobody to buy me nothing. Now, if you want to buy me something, you can. I always say that. There's space for you to buy me something. Want to buy me something. But so it always bothers me a little bit when people say things about me going out. As a matter of fact, I asked somebody, did they think my daddy was proud of me? And they hesitated and said, well, he never could get over you going out. That's not what I need to hear. But Used Country Boy said, why did you even need to have someone tell you that when you asked the question already? My daddy told me he was proud of me because I asked him. So why I had to ask somebody else that, I don't know. But anyway, so thank you. And I as I said earlier, I don't think she was on the call at the time. I say thank you to my mom. My mom has really been great with me and my sister through this whole entire process. She helped us with the obituary, you know, with some dates and times and places. And that was she's really been great. And Mama, I thank you so much for stepping up, visiting my dad in the hospital, visiting my dad, coming to his 76th birthday party that we gave him in August, showing up the day he passed away. I will never forget that. And I thank you so much. Country Boy, I say to you too, I just, you know, people say things like, I don't want y'all to be breaking up y'all's friendship over politics. This is what we do. This is our show. And we're not really, I get passionate, but I love Country Boy like crazy. And he's my friend, will always be my friend. And I want to thank you for being there. You know, even yesterday we went to a church to see one of my staff members preach her first sermon. After that, we went to eat, and it was kind of what I needed, just to sit there, eat, talk, chit chat. So when y'all are looking for what to do with people when they're going through, take them out there. Now, and everybody's different because my sister, she's had people invite her. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She wants to stay at home and chill. Getting me out, that's helping me. But going out sitting there, and we wasn't rushed. We were just sitting there and just chilling. And you wasn't rushing saying, let's go. You ready to go? We were just chilling. I thank you for that. I really needed that. But yeah, so thank everybody for the love, the support, the kind words. And I always hear preachers at funerals say this: the worst part is after the funeral, after my dad's burial on Monday. That's when we're gonna need people. I mean, we need you now, but people forget about it after the ceremony, the celebration, and all that. They forget. And I'm going to say that stay in touch with us. Keep praying for us. We had a very special relationship with our daddy. Being through this journey with him, to be honest, it was sad but good because we were there and he knew we were there. He saw us. And everybody doesn't do that. And you know what else I'm going to say? I'm going to say thank you to Lanita, his wife. We may not always see eye to eye. And that just is what it is. But I thank her for taking care of my dad. I thank her for loving my dad. And I thank her for making sure my dad had all the things that he needed to be comfortable. I do truly, genuinely thank her for those things. And I can't take that away from her. And I tell people that all the time. Me and Chap, we fight. And when I gave him this award, a couple of those people said, "Why don't y'all didn't like each other?" I said, "Well, first of all, I don't dislike him. We may not work together anymore, but he does a great job at what he does. He's good at what he does. And he came to Chicago Bar and Grill when it was nothing, and he has built it up to be something. And he's dedicated. He works hard, and he hasn't given up. That's what that award is for. That has nothing to do with no personal issues that we may have with each other. I award people for the work they do. But anyway, that's kind of it. Thank y'all. But again, keep praying, keep reaching out. Y'all want to take me to eat? I'm always open to eat. I'm always open to eat. And let me tell you, my new favorite place to eat, my mama been telling me about it for years. I was going to say Tito. Fred been telling me about for years, and I finally made it to a Taste of Texas. My favorite steak place now. It was so delicious. So yeah, Terry Smith, I want to give a shout out to you and your husband, and you are in our prayers. Take care of yourself too, and you are in our prayers. And we're gonna make sure you have a good time on this ship because you deserve it. You've been an amazing wife to your husband as well. And I believe that's all I got, y'all.
Wow. Well, I want to say on behalf of my worthless 2 cents, on behalf of the Louisiana country boy, more importantly, on the behalf of D.R. Lewis, to you, to Tony, Mama J, Miss Lanita. I don't know Miss Lanita that well, but you other two are my family. I love y'all. I have the utmost respect for y'all. My favorite place to eat is Mama J's kitchen. Hint, hint.
She said she gonna cook for you too.
But you know, I have the utmost respect for y'all. I understand that this is a hard time, and I will say to everyone is understand this. And I told you this the other day. Everybody that's here listening, everybody that may come around, everybody that may visit, your life goes back to normal. Your life goes back to what it was prior to. this family's life has been altered forever. They now endure the process of a new normal. And there ain't nothing that's easy about it.
Mm-mm.
Everything that once was has now been shifted and altered.
Yep.
Each one of us goes back to our little old thing, whatever we were doing. Poop, poop, we just go back to that. They don't. Not one single family that endures this goes back to normal. So when she said what she said, and I say the same thing, is continued prayers. Continued prayers. Because this is a journey. It's a journey. Some days you'll be up, some days you will be down. Some days you may want to just pull the cover back over your head.
Know that one for sure.
Some days you'll be up and just laughing. It never ends. For myself, and everybody's different. Everybody's different. My mom passed in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some days that thing hits me like a ton of bricks. Ain't nothing going on. Just boom, there it is.
Yep.
It's not something you get past. It's just something in your life you learn to deal with. And you deal with it the best way you can. That's why I say the most important thing is, as I said, it's just to feel. Whatever that moment brings, just feel in that moment.
Yeah.
If you're driving on, if you're on your way to work and you pull up, if you pull up at school and you just bust out, then just go on, bust out.
Oh, I do. Now that part, Country Boy.
Hey, whip out your makeup and go like, all right, let me go on up in here now.
I told you though, that's the one thing about me, child. I'm telling you, I'm the one that cry on the bus boy and undercover balls, all them shows. So no, I don't have no problem crying. I am a crier. But I will say, because people say just let it go. I be let it go. Just like, I didn't mean to cry last night. I knew I would, but I didn't mean to have an ugly cry. Somebody told me,
wait. If anybody at Chicago Bar and Grill took pictures of the ugly
that's
cry,
what I'm trying to tell you, but you start talking. They said they got a video. But I hope y'all don't send it to him. He is not.
Send it to the Country Boy. Send it to the Country Boy. If y'all got the video, send it to the Country Boy, please.
Whatever. I have a picture of me. They gave me a surprise party one time years ago, and walked in, and they took three pictures of me with the ugliest face, the ugliest cry. I say, oh my God, they took this picture, and it's in all these pictures I've been going through. But yeah. So yeah, but that part in anything, I feel it feels so good sometimes to be able to let go. I tell people that I've dated and stuff, that I enjoy it when you're with someone who allows you to just be you. Yeah. You know what I mean? To not have, when you, let's just say with the dance community or going to the places that I go to, sometimes they hold you at this weird standard to where if I walk in and don't see you to say hi, it's she's sometime that I, instead of just thinking something could be wrong, she did. First of all, she might not have saw you. You saw her, so why you didn't speak? But anyway, but to let people know that you're human, for people to see that you're human.
Right.
I know that's gonna work for some just gonna be stupid just because they just stupid. But people who do have a heart and do say, they can say, oh my God, she's human. And we are allowing her space to be. So that felt good, to not be so vulnerable, not have to hold this. I'm not gonna say facade because I'm never fake, but I mean, I have to how y'all doing? Hey, hey, hey. I can't ever just have that moment to walk in somewhere and just, what is it like? Those other newer places that I've been going to, that's cool because I don't really know a lot of people in there.
Right.
It's always gonna be one I know, but going into places that I'm a regular at, that sometimes is like I can't go and feel like I just want to go. I want to sit down by myself and I just want to sit here and have me a drink. I don't want nobody bother me. I just want to sit here. But you can't do that in spaces where, like that. So anyway, long story short, it did feel good to take off the other person that's got to be strong with the steel around them. I just was able to just let go, be vulnerable, be human, and
Right.
people seemed as though they got it. That I'm hurting and I'm hurting, and it's just gonna continue to be a thing. But I know that with everything that I'm doing to prepare to work on it, even counseling, grief counseling, doing those things just to help, which I definitely recommend to people. I recommend people seem to think they can do everything by themselves. But sometimes you do need an outside source that doesn't really know you and be able to talk and hear their thoughts or whatever. But anyway, let's close it out. I gotta go get me something to eat. I'm hungry.
All righty. Well, look here. Once more again, thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. To you, my friend, my co-host. Know that I love you. Know the old country boys right here. Right over here.
I know you. I know you.
Look,
we got somewhere at 8 something in the morning. Well, I was 9, but 8 something in the morning.
Hey, Tony. Ain't no air on over here, baby. And I did the whole show. Just so you know. I told you I'm straight country. I might be over here sweating, but look here. It ain't finna happen.
Tony is fine. Look, Tony about sleep because she worked today, but she also been putting that program together for the funeral all day. But but yesterday she was saying, country boy gonna be over there and died. He gonna turn something on him. I said, no, to be honest with you, country boy don't run that thing. I said, that's why he mad and relaxed, because he don't run the air that much anyway.
So look, this is the most lights because it's in the studio. And it's the most lights in the house. It's it right here. Look, that's why it's hot, because I don't need lights on over here. Cut them lights off.
So silly. We got guests next week. We're gonna have guests next week.
Oh, we do? All right, good.
We're gonna have a guest that evening. We're gonna have the church that we went to Sunday. I think we'll have them next week.
Okay.
The Fresh Start Church.
Yeah. Yeah, I told Pastor I'm coming back on my birthday just so you can play the organ.
Did you? But the birthday party come right here, because y'all made me feel good. It wasn't even.
Look, I told you I wasn't playing. Hey, look, my 60th birthday. I'm telling you right now, he gonna be playing for my 60th birthday.
They was jamming to the birthday song. When she said, okay, whose birthday is, they said, I was not expecting for the pastor to go jump on the organ or the and she was really singing, like hard down singing the birthday song.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. But anyway,
and before I go, to Nisi, congratulations to you. Continue walking in your purpose on purpose. Continue walking in the vision and the purpose that God has given you. You continue doing it. So I say that's my words from my heart to you.
She did an amazing job. Good job, Nisi, and keep going.
She did an amazing job. She made my co-host start crying. She thought I ain't see her break up out of there. She was like, "Where the bathroom? Where the bathroom?" I said, "Go, girl." Came back. She came back with snot rags.
Me cry right about now.
She came back with snot rags and everything, boy. I said,
"You so stupid, boy." But you know what? I didn't snot no and have no snot right when we was eating that food, did I?
She sure didn't, but
But you
she
saw
be
me clean my
slaying it.
plate. You know I normally clean my plate. And I haven't been able to eat like that. Girl, boy, my little stomach is just flat now. I'm proud of it. It went back to the surgery side.
Well, I cleaned my plate. I ain't leave nothing on it but a wish.
And you saw me say no to the taking it home.
Yeah.
I don't take. I take my to go. I was telling that to some. I think I'm telling it to my daughter. It was like because she said you didn't take your food. No, like I felt nauseated. Like I didn't want no more
Right.
food, and I didn't eat anything else. I didn't eat nothing. What did I come home and eat? Oh, you know what I did? And it was a 10:30-ish when I came home. What time did I call you? You was asleep on me. 10:30. So that was about the time I got home. And I went in and made me a bologna sandwich. Made me some bologna sandwich and ruffles. That's all I had all day. And I just don't have the appetite.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, that's just
but shoot, if this I can start working out. Shoot, if I'm gonna get this without working out, just don't eat. Look,
y'all know how she be talking about don't be listening to me. Don't y'all be listening to her.
Before we gotta go, so I go get me some Burger King.
Yeah, we gotta close on that. Look here. First and foremost, as I always say, once more again, thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed. And the words that I hold so true into my heart and that I share with you, to each and every one, God has given a purpose and He has given a vision. But now I just added something that I figured out today. God has given a purpose, He has given a vision, and He has given instructions. A purpose, a vision, and instructions. Walk in your purpose, because when you walk in your purpose, on purpose, you will be fulfilled. And not only will you be fulfilled, but you will be fulfilling someone else. Because when you walk in your purpose, that allows someone else to walk in theirs. And the vision. You know, I did not realize this until He gave me this today. Not only does God give us Heaven Express. Not only does God give us a vision, but He gives us the instructions on how to follow that vision. Ain't that something? Not only does He give us a vision, but He gives us the instructions on how to follow it and to bring it to fruition. So don't allow anything or anyone to tell you what you can't, what you not.
Because we have the power, as Minister Nisi said. You got the power.
That's facts. That's facts. Don't worry about the people that tell you what you can't and what you ain't. Because one thing about the people that tell you what you can and what you ain't, them the ones that see the potential in you greater than you do. They're just trying to derail you. So you keep on walking in it, keep on walking in your purpose, keep on following your vision, and follow the instructions that God has already given you. And lastly, but not leastly, when you woke up this morning and you cleaned out your ears, if you was up like the old country boy, it was dark outside because I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. If you was up this morning and you cleaned out your ears and you tried to hear, but the wonderful words just did not come clear. And if you was out there today, and Lord, look at here, you know, out here in Houston, I don't know if it's summertime, wintertime. I don't even know what time it is. I know this. In Houston, it is still 992,782 degrees, and we are moving into October. Woo! It's hot.
It's hot.
If you was out there in the heat today, and you was trying to hear the word and you was listening, but they didn't come clear. Well, here it is. Here it is at 9:33 Houston time. I say this on behalf of myself and my co-host, the Little Diva, understand this, and we don't just say this because it's a nice catchphrase. We say it because it's true. It's from our heart. Is understand this, is that we love you. We love you, and we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely positively.
Not a thing, y'all. Not a thing.
Not
You
a
can
thing.
hate all day, but we
Tell them
still
again.
love you.
We still love you. Thank y'all so very much.
And
Thank you
you've
so
got
much.
the power. You've got
Got
power.
the power.
That was a good. So we gotta have Lisa come on and talk about having the power on our show.
Y'all tell her how the power.
You
Gotta
need to
tell
have
her.
it with you and CJ need to have her on that with y'all. That would be a good show.
Ooh. Yeah, but they might be a Bible study.
There might be a what? Well, no,
They
I'm
might-
like, that would be so exciting for both of you, for y'all to have her. You have two young people on there together. That would be hot. That would be hot. I see it.
You see it. You see it. You see it. You see it. You see
Yeah.
it.
And I would be so tuned in because I love him. He's passionate, but she is as well. And they both young, know the word, and believe the word. They don't just know it, they believe it. Because I hate to go to this. I'm just gonna say it real quick because on my heart. People be knowing the word, but people don't be believing and doing the word.
True
Like
that.
she talk about walk it like you talk it.
Walking like a target.
They ain't walking it like they talking sometimes, but that's okay. That's for another day. Let's get up here so I can feed my face because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. What did I eat today? What did I eat today? You know what I had? I had a little bit of Panda Express. I didn't eat it all. I usually eat that. I usually eat all of that. So let me go find me some food.
We're going to find you some food. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, each and every one of y'all.
Thank y'all. Good night.
Good night. I'll see y'all. Oh, I'll be back tomorrow. That's right. I'll be back tomorrow.
Time out. Hold the presses. Don't pass go without $200. Tomorrow night, I will not have Super Tuesday because we have a debate tomorrow night between the vice presidential candidates. So I'm canceling Super Tuesday because I'm interested in watching. So if y'all want to watch, it'll be on. Last time I went somewhere, but I ain't seen them have no watch parties yet. Somebody's gonna probably have one. I'll probably go to whatever watch party they have. I'll probably go to it. Or you know what? I might do a watch party at my daughter's house. I might just invite myself over there. But anyway, y'all watch, just watch. I mean, you know, it'll be something that's entertaining. But see y'all later. Have a good night.
We out. We gone. She gonna put
Friday, Monday is the last day to register to vote. Remember to check your status. Please check your status.
Go
if
vote.
You don't know how, contact me because my mom votes every single year. She works at the polls, so she can't help but walk around the corner and vote. And they took her off. Hers was suspended. So
register. Go register.
Registration. All right, I'm for real. I'm gone now. Good night, y'all.
Good night. We about here. Deuces.